Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. So today I wanted to try the hyper realistic nail trend that was going around, and I've been wanting to try this for some time. However, I just was busy with other things, so today I finally got a chance to sit down and record it. So I'm just gonna quickly show you guys what I'm mixing. I'm mixing some yellow, some of this beigey brown color, and that milky white as well. And I did end up adding a little bit of white as well, because in this first mix it looked a little bit too brown slash yellow, so I wanted it to look a little bit lighter, and I ended up mixing a little bit of white, just a very tiny amount as you can see, and I'm just mixing that. And I decided to do it with Polygel because I haven't seen anyone do it with Polygel yet. Maybe I missed a video or something, but I was really excited to just try out this trend and mix up these colors. So I've gone off camera and applied my nail tips, and I've applied a layer of base coat. Then I'm just going to use the spatula end of my brush, just scoop up some of that Polygel and place it on the nail tip. I also decided to use base coat today just because I've been loving to use that recently. So it just depends on how I feel. The Polygel has also been a bit stiff because it is quite cold here in the UK, so I decided to use that base coat and it worked really good. So with this hyper realistic nail trend, it's supposed to mimic a natural nail, so I didn't really want to add too much structure to the nail, hence why I've made such a little bit on my little palette. I didn't want to make too much because usually natural nails are quite thin. They usually don't have any structure. Our fingers usually don't have like an apex, so I wanted to keep this layer super thin. It's not thick at all, and you actually see me remove some of that product as well because it actually looked a little bit too thick in some areas. So I wouldn't really recommend this nail trend on super long nails, but I loved the way they looked, so I tried to do it on longer nails and I thought they looked really cool. However, if I was gonna rock these on myself, I would have probably done them a little bit shorter and maybe like an almond shape. But let me know if you want to see that in the comments, and I'll be happy to like do a video on that shape and that length. So yeah, just let me know in the comments. So after I was done with that application, I was really happy with the color. I probably could have also made it a little bit more browny, I guess, a little bit more yellowish brown, but I don't like the look of yellow nails. I know it's just me, but I wanted to keep it more on the like white side. So I think I got the shade pretty spot on. Let me know what you guys think of the mixture I made. Do you think the color looks realistic? Personally, I think it does. Maybe not with this length so much, but as for the color, I think it looks pretty good, especially when the nails were done. You can also like top the nails off with like a matte top coat instead of a shiny one to give it an even more natural look, but I love shiny nails, so I decided to go with the glossy top coat. And yeah, just be sure to use a very light hand because you do not want to apply too much pressure when cleaning up the smile line. You also want to try and kind of drag the edges up a little bit just so that it looks a little bit more natural, because natural nails have a kind of curved free edge. It's not usually straight. I mean, I guess some people might have a straight free edge, but for the most part of it, from the ones I've seen, they're mostly always like curved. So I try to bring the Polygel up to the side, and I feel like that helped to give it a bit more for like a realistic natural nail look. And yeah, just keep adding the base coat. You can also use slip solution. I love using slip solution. It's just today the Polygel was a little bit on the stiff side, and the base coat really helps to loosen up that Polygel. But some Polygels that I've worked with have also left like a really weird finish after I finish curing them. So sometimes when I'll use the slip solution and I'll work my Polygel, after I've cured it, it would leave like these little holes on the top, and it's really weird because you have to file them down. I don't know how to explain it, but it happens to some of my Polygels, and in that case I just end up using slip solution, which completely fixes that little little mistake. So yeah, if you do experience that with some polygels, just use just use base coat, and it will work really good. You can use any base coat as long as it's a base coat and not a top coat. I know some people ended up using a top coat and then it just didn't work because their nails just fell off. So be careful that you are gonna use a base coat and not a top coat. So I'm just fixing up that smile line. It was really satisfying to like do this smile line section because it just looked really good, and I was really loving how these nails turned out. I love the length, and yeah, I was just really excited to see what the nails would have looked like. I did end up covering the nails up with some builder gel, you know, just on the nail bed area so that it kind of looks even. However, I wish I had mixed it with a tiny bit of pink gel polish just to give it a bit more of a pinkier kind of nail bed look. I guess my nail beds are kind of pink anyway, but I have a little bit of staining on my nail beds, which I kind of wanted to hide, but it's not a big deal. I don't think you can see it too much, but if you also have some discoloration or staining on your nail beds, then you can always just mix a bit of pink or a bit of like a nudish color into the gel polish or the polygel that you're going to use to cover the nail bed area. So I will be linking all the products that I've used in the description box down below. Don't forget to check out my discount codes for some of these products. Also, if you're still watching till this part of the video, I just want to say a huge thank you for being here right now. Please don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell to be notified every time I upload. So once I was finally done with that application, I was really happy with how the nails looked. I did just keep checking them from different angles and just checking the shade in different lighting as well, and it honestly looks so good. I was really happy with myself. So now I'm going in with this Born Pretty builder gel. I've been loving to use builder gels recently. They're just so quick and easy and great for little tutorials like this where you just have to do like a little section of the nail. So I'm just using it, of course, to build up the natural nail area. I'm keeping it still relatively thin and flat because natural nails don't grow with a natural apex, if that makes sense. Usually natural nails grow out quite flat, and so I really tried to mimic that with this builder gel. I feel like builder gel is such a nice flexible product to work with that it's so easy to create a thin flush kind of surface, but also use it to build up a good apex. But I'm not too experienced with builder gel, so I was happy with just using it to kind of fill in the space, and it worked amazing. If you guys haven't tried some of the Born Pretty Pro line products, definitely check them out. They are very good, and Born Pretty is super affordable. So definitely check them out. Their products are honestly quite good if you kind of know what you're looking for. Definitely check for reviews as well, and you can definitely find some good stuff on their website. I do have a discount code with Born Pretty as well. It's in the description box down below, so don't forget to check that out. And I also did want to mention that I did hold my hand upside down for just a couple of seconds after applying this gel, just to kind of even out the surface a little bit more. I wasn't necessarily trying to build an apex, but it really helped to get everything even. Again, I'm not super experienced with builder gel, but this little hack definitely worked. So definitely don't forget to tilt your hand upside down before you cure. And as you can see here, if you do have any bubbles, just kind of brush them out. Brushing them out really helps to get rid of them. You can also just kind of remove that product. It depends how many bubbles you have. If you have a lot of bubbles, just remove the gel completely and start again. But if you have one or two, you might be able to get away with just brushing them down, and then they will just completely disappear. I then cured the nails for about 60 seconds each, and I did do a full 60-second of the whole hand in the end as well, just to be sure that everything was set and in place. So now that I was done, here's a quick look of what the nails look like. I thought they looked really cool. Let me know in the comments if you actually wear natural nails this long, or if you wear your natural nails at all. Personally, I don't. I'm such a nail biter, and I honestly cannot grow my nails at all. It's so hard for me, but I am trying to get better at it. I used to really be like someone who picks at their skin, and I have been able to stop that habit. So maybe one day I'll be able to grow my nails, who knows. So I'm just removing the sticky layer from the gel, of course, super important before you file. As for filing, I kept it pretty simple. There wasn't too much to file, just because I did use a very thin layer of both products, and I didn't want to like make the nails super thin and to the point where they would break. So I'm mostly focusing on the side walls, making sure that the shape is exactly how I want it. Of course, I'm going for a nice square shape, and of course get that free edge nice and crisp. Then I just went over the surface very gently, very lightly. I mostly focused on that cuticle area, just because natural nails usually have this perfect cuticle area. So I just wanted to make sure that that was super neat and super flush. And I am using a 100 grit double-sided hand file. However, since Builder Gel and Polygel is so soft and easy to file, you could probably use a 180 grit file as well if you're not comfortable, especially near that cuticle area, because you could easily cut yourself with a 100 grit hand file. So sometimes when I have a new 100 grit hand file, I will tend to grab my 180 grit around the cuticle area, just to be sure that I don't hurt myself. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys just watch the filing process. I like to take my time when filing, because I feel like it's the most important step, and it really helps to transform and bring the nails together. So yeah. So after the filing process, I just go in and remove that dust really good. Sometimes I'll go and wash my hands, but for today I just use a lint-free wipe and a dust brush to remove everything. And once I was happy with that, I basically just moved on to doing my top coat. So this is what the nails look like after they have been filed. Honestly looking really good. I was happy with how they were looking, and then I just went in with my no wipe top coat. So I'm just doing a nice thin layer, and this really brought the nails back to life. Let me know in the comments if I should have done matte or shiny. I was really feeling like matte would have looked a lot more natural, but I wanted to do shiny just because, I don't know, I guess I really like shiny nails. I thought they would have just stood out to me more. So I ended up going with the shiny. And I honestly really loved it. So I'm just gonna do a quick coat of top coat and then cure these nails all together for about 60 seconds. So I actually had a lot of fun filming this video, just because I'm someone who cannot grow their nails at all, their natural nails at all. So this is actually a trend that I could potentially try out on my non-dominant hand and kind of just keep it that way for a little bit, just to make it look like I have been able to grow my nails. But yeah, I just really struggle with doing that, so this could actually really work out for me. So this could be something that I'm considering, and especially since it worked out so good. But this is what the nails look like just before I cure them. And then after they're cured, I'm going ahead and applying some cuticle oil. This is really important, especially after rubbing your skin with all of that rubbing alcohol. So just make sure you apply a good layer of cuticle oil and make sure to rub that in really good. This cuticle oil is the Macart soy cuticle oil, and I do have a discount code with Macart. It's Nails by Camin for 15% off. So don't forget to check that out in the description box down below. And here I am just rubbing that oil in, and the nails are pretty much done. So here are the final results. I hope you guys enjoyed me watching do these nails. I had a lot of fun creating these. I think this is a really cool trend. Yeah, I just think these look amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. So I just want to say a huge thank you again for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.